What can you tell us about the Patriots? What are the Cardinals walking into on Sunday at home at State Farm Stadium against a rookie quarterback?
Yeah. They remind me of the Bears.
The Bears.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It can be a good thing as long as you don't play like you did last week.
Okay.
Right? I mean, I think that's there's always the disclaimer, like, this should be a victory, but, if you throw back-to-back picks early in the game and your defense is not ready for, what they're going to do, it can be a problem.
Probably not winning the game.
Yeah, you're probably not winning the game that way. But, I mean, there are pieces, there are things to look forward to, like, that give you hope. Like Drake May is not playing that well, but his offensive line also isn't that great. I mean, they have pieces offensively that you have to worry about, but this is a Patriots team this isn't Bill Belichick. This isn't the same type of approach. They're an okay team. They're a scrappy team. They're resourceful. They're young. Gerard Mayo is still figuring out the head coaching thing. So
I love him though.
Yeah,
as a head coach, I really do. I think he's going to be great.
Yeah, no, he's going to be good. But this is the learning year, right? This is the learning curve year. Just like for Mike Tomlin, his first year that I got to watch. He's a young coach that's a former player. So, you still trying to get out of your former player mode and still turning to an actual ball coach. So that management style, has rubbed guys the wrong way at times, and guys necessarily don't play. But I think they've been playing really inspired football as of late. But I mean, this is one. The Cardinals, I picked the Cardinals to have the advantage at quarterback. I picked them to have the advantage at running game. I picked them to have the advantage defensively. All these things stacked in their favor. But the one thing where I don't know is execution and passion.
Yeah.
To go out there and play to your standard, not down to the level of competition.
That's it. That is a great right there. That is what I'm a little concerned about. I really am. I don't think we're going to see it, but if I have a concern, it is that right there, that they're going to come out and they're going to be flat. And hopefully that is not going to be the case. But for me, the Patriots, they can run the ball. They do a decent job of running the ball. I think they're number 13th, as a matter of fact, in rushing yards per game, and number 9 in rushing yards per play. I mean, they do a good job running the ball. They just don't score a lot of points because they have a hard time throwing it.
Well, and that's why they abandon that, right? So the run numbers are great. They don't consistently run it because they get behind because they can't score points. And so you kind of abandon it early, and then it gets into a passing match, and they're just not equipped to handle that. So if you give them life early, if you come out flat and you allow them to establish the run, it can be a long day. But if you play how you're supposed to play and you put points up, first 2 drives of the game, you go back-to-back scores, you could break their will pretty easily. But that's the thing. If you're playing to your standard and not playing down to their expectation of what you think that team is because you look at their record, that's the big question mark. That's the X factor in this, is playing with continual passion and knowing that, hey, whatever it is, I need to win this game. I'm pissed off from last week, so guess what? They're going to get Seahawk fervor and Seahawk frenzy and Seahawk attitude.
Take it out on Drake.
Take it out on Patriots. You know what I'm saying?
Patriots.
Yes. Wolf, would it surprise you? I'm looking at the lines. The Cardinals are one of the biggest favorites this weekend.
Are they really?
Entire NFL. Yeah.
What, 5.5?
It's up to 6 now.
How about that? I just guessed. I was relatively in the ballpark.
There.
And I don't even gamble.
You don't even know what you said said means, but you did say it. The Commanders are bigger favorites and the Ravens are bigger favorites, and that's it. So the Cardinals, I mean, to be on a 3-game losing streak, but to be that big of favorites, and it's because you're facing a team like Max, you just said, that they're in flux. They got a coach that's learning on the job in year one. Early impressions of Drake May. I know there's very little sample size to work with, but even what you saw from him in college, I guess.
Why the look on your face right there? The half smile.
Because I didn't like him in college. I had a couple of North Carolina games, and I'm like, this is a North Carolina quarterback. I'm like Mitch Trubisky, right?
Who was the other one that the Commanders just had?
Howell.
Yeah, Sam Howell.
Yeah, Sam Howell. Okay. He's a North Carolina quarterback. That's all I can say. Because I had a Virginia game with him, right?
Okay.
That was, and it was his sophomore year. So he came out as a junior, right? Yeah, sophomore year. So 2 years ago. And we're at UVA, and I'm watching. I'm like, okay, sophomore quarterback. I kind of watch this film. Like, he's up and down. He reminds me a lot of Drew Aller right now at Penn State.
Okay.
Right? And the first half couldn't have gone any worse. And then all of a sudden, the run game came alive. They had two backs back there. And then he finally got good once the pressure wasn't on him to throw every time. He got the play actions, got some screens, got some now routes to get comfortable. Well, then we go back the next year, and then I have a night game in Chapel Hill against Miami. And this isn't the Miami of this year with Cam Ward. This was the Van, whatever his name is. I forgot what his last name is. He's not there anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this should be an easy game because the run game's good. I mean, they're at home. It's a night game. They got the Jordan symbols all over the field, flashing because when it's a night game to do all the optics.
They know they're getting Bill Belichick in a couple years.
Yeah, they're about to get Bill Belichick, and man, he just looked terrible. So the whole game, like every time you think like most quarterbacks, like, okay, this is the moment where he has to step up. He's going to make the play. And this is what's going to define him as a top talent quarterback. And he throws an interception. He fumbled the ball. Like, it was just like, I was like, it was bad news bears, Murphy Law, whatever you want to say, rolled into it. And he never got into a rhythm, so I had a sour taste in my mouth of watching it because I'm like, yeah, you could turn on the Duke film. And I'm like, but Miami is a team that has athletes that will be in the league, apples to apples at best. And they just look bad. And it was at home. In front of a packed night crowd. So I already had a sour, and then I watched him play, and I'm just like, this is the same North Carolina quarterback. I don't trust it. Just like I don't trust, most Bama running backs when they come out or Bama offensive linemen. That's how I feel about North Carolina quarterbacks. Like, I don't trust them. And so there's inconsistency there. And then also you put that with a team that's in flux that is not winning.
Yeah.
He skates under the radar. I think we kind of give him a lower grade level versus the rest of the guys who are first-round picks that we have higher expectations for. Like, we don't judge Jaden Daniels the same way we judge Drake May right now.
Yeah, okay. We just got a couple of minutes here, Max. But if you had to pick three names that you want to see for the Arizona Cardinals step up and play well this game, what three names would you say?
Kyler Murray.
Yep.
I got to go Trey McBride. I got to give him a little bit more because, you only caught 50% of your targets. So I want to see him. If he steps his game up, I think that's going to be better. And then anybody on the defensive line? Can I just put that? Anybody on the defensive line. I'm not even going to pick one guy, just anybody. Just insert D lineman name here as a number 3. Those are the 3 I think that if they step their game up, this game's a victory.
Cool. Wow. All right, look at that. We're actually ending a segment with Max on time.
I know. Crazy how that happens.
I gave him the precursor. Did you notice that as well? I said the preface. Okay, hey, you got 2 minutes here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Max, this is great, man.
Thank you, Max.
Enjoy your travels.
We'll I will. I'll talk to you guys from some faraway land next week.
Probably, yeah. That's how this works. That's Max Starks right there from Maximum Football.
Thanks for watching Wolf and Luke. Tap to see more and click the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.